Hello there, lovely people. It's Alex from Nintendo Life here with Alex.
What's up, guys? How you doing? Hopefully you guys are doing well. Welcome back to another Smash Battles video. If you guys haven't caught the previous videos, don't forget you can find those linked down below. We've been speaking about so much Super Smash Bros. Ultimate stuff because there is, quite frankly, far too much to talk about. But
we'd need about 4 times as many episodes in order to cover everything that we know, and
Exactly.
we still don't know everything. We know what I don't even know how much, but not much, I can assure you.
Yeah, and we could quite happily sit here and talk about it all day, but we're going to try and keep it focused. And today's topic is, of course, so far we've spoken about characters, we have spoken about some of the stuff you can do in single player and multiplayer, but today we want to talk about stages, items, and just some of the cool new stuff you can do outside of that. So, I guess we should start off with stages, right?
I think we should, yes.
Yes.
Alex. We should. one of the great thing about stages is the fact that now brand new features you can use stage morph, which I'm sure some people will be scoffing at. So, what a ridiculous idea! But actually, it works really well, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a sort of a gimmick. It just means that you're not. I mean, a lot of stages already transform.
Yes.
You can choose 2 transforming stages and have them morph. So you could have Pokemon Stadium 2, and have a Pokeballs only, and make it a Poker Fest.
Precisely. Or like, if, for example, like if you're somebody that likes to play just on Omega stages, because like tournament rules and whatnot, turn your items off. I can just have that variety. I can have like nothing but Omega stages, but change the background for a little bit of a scenic variety. That's how I'm basically playing. To be fair.
Yes. Another thing you can do, which you couldn't do before, is now every stage also has a battlefield form as well, which means not only will you have the Omega stage, or Amiga as I say it, and everyone has a go at me in the comments, but also rather than just having that flat stage, you also have the 3 platforms like you do in Battlefield.
This is true.
But every single theme you could imagine, and there are a lot of themes because there are 100 and... James, how many stages are there? 103 stages.
And some of them are from the Nintendo 3DS version as well. There are so many.
Which is such a welcome relief. Things like Living Room, you've got Reset Bomb Forest, you've also got Spirit Train, loads of them, revitalized and reimagined in HD, and they have never looked better. And I always felt that the 3DS stage lineup was particularly strong. Yeah. And so to be able to play that on something, sort of on the big screen is just...
Plus, it is just awesome to have like some of the old school stages as well. I mean, some of my favourite ones, right back from the N64 days. I like old school Hyrule Castle, and I'm terrible with names. I know my stages by landmarks, not by actual names. But
I tell you what, why don't you describe a stage you don't know the name of, and I'll...
The one from Majora's Mask. The one by the beach.
Great Bay.
That's the one. I love all the Zelda stages, but I'm just not good with names. Forgive me. But the point is, I can now use stage morph. I can link all the Zelda stages together, and I can play them all on Omega mode.
You can link
which is precisely.
all the stages together.
I like that. That is awesome. But of course, on top of the stages,
I'm so sorry.
No. You never apologise for puns. Puns are top quality entertainment. You must enjoy them. Don't forget to like for that pun. But the point is,
it's gonna get a lot of dislikes.
No. Honestly, right? But of course, the thing is that stages aren't the only thing. Of course, on top of stages, if you're not playing, complete sweat tournament rules, you want to bring in some of the items, and there are some fantastic new items as well.
There are. One that particularly stands out to me is the mushroom, which I believe is from Earthbound. Wandering mushroom. I've forgotten the exact name of it. James, what's the mushroom called? It's called the Ramblin' Evil Mushroom, and basically, you pick it up. It behaves in a similar way to a fire flower, but instead of firing fire, it fires deadly spores that cause your controls to reverse.
Yeah.
And apparently my speech.
And it kicks in a little bit delayed as well, because you get a little mushroom on your head at first, and you're like, oh, this is fine. You run about your own business, and then suddenly you start, your left is right, and then you're running off the stage and dying, and that kind of happened to me. Which, so yeah, it's definitely a bit of a pain. I didn't have it in my rule set. There wasn't mushroom left, so I decided to move on. But one of my favourite items...
I thought you were a fungus.
I am. But of course, one of the other items. There's a couple of really cool ones actually. There's a new sword, and there's also a scythe, which they function in a very similar manner. Basically, the higher your percentage, I believe it's once you're over 100%, then they will essentially...
The death scythe will you swipe it, and that person just doesn't even fly off the stage, just disappears.
Yeah,
in a puff of death.
Also, the banana gun. Like as somebody that also likes Diddy Kong, like firing that, but like you fire the banana and it's just one explosive shot, and then you basically throw it on the floor as like a banana skin, and people can trip on it and stuff, which is really cool. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword or banana, if you will. Anyway, lots more cool items. What else? What else do you like?
I'm not carrying on the video after that.
What do you mean?
I'm not carrying.
What do you mean?
A double-edged banana.
Oh dear. Alex had to recompose himself. We're back now.
But yes, there are also lots of other features to take into consideration. We've already touched briefly on spirits, and I want to revisit it a little bit because there is just so much involved. You have obviously you're not just fighting the spirits, you also have them on your side, and so you'll have a primary spirit and support spirits and things like that, and they help buff you up proper.
Yeah, and you can actually have some really interesting kind of mix-ups there as well. Like one of the really, like, you take a character that's already fast, like Sheik, you throw like a movement speed buff on them, and I mean, pair that with the bunny ears, the bunny ears, and you will basically be running into the next dimension. Like, it'll be like Sheik runs off the screen, and then you appear in like Smash 17. So, you know, basically that's how fast you run. And you can do those different kind of crazy things as well. Obviously, you know, for those of you guys that do want to be slightly more competitive, you don't have to factor this in, but this is an optional thing as well. Like when it comes to making your custom rule sets, we spoke about them before, but there's so many different things you can tweak. You know, you don't just have to tweak things like stock and stamina and health bar stuff. You know, you can tweak things down to, you know, whether you want to include spirits, whether you want to have those stage transitions, whether you want to have particular items. So if you do want to have, say, like, you know, if you've got like if you want to be the ultimate like Pokemon Stadium setup, you know, you can have your Pokemon stage transitions, you can have only Pokeballs, you can only play, you know, the Pokemon Trainer. There's so many different cool things you can do, and of course you can mess around with those and the spirits that you have as well. You know, if you go and play local and you go and play with your friends, you can try out your different combinations and sort of see how you fare up.
Yeah, just take your Switch around their house and see whether you can beat them with your spirit combination.
Exactly.
But obviously, you know, there's also there are so many options.
Yeah.
So many options. I think it's a very good thing that they allow you to save the rule sets because there are so many different options to choose from. It's a little bit overwhelming at first, but you will get your head around it, and you know there's no such thing as too much customization in Super Smash Bros.
This is very true.
For example, you can turn off stage hazards entirely if you want to be able to play on the slightly wackier looking stages, but turn off the stage hazards like the Yellow Devil, for example, which is a bit of a nuisance from time to time, it has to be said.
It is.
Actually, I do want to talk about some more of the items because I was thinking, racking my brains, what are the items? Couldn't think of many, except for the Rambling Mushroom. Didn't know what it was called, though. But no, there are also 2 new healing items, including one. I can't remember the names of them. This is the problem. Too many definitions. It sort of creates an area, sort of like a healing
the flower
field.
one. Yeah.
And there's also a sprout that you can pick up and hold on to the item and just slowly heals you, little bits here and there, just heals you away, and so you can sort of try and avoid all the enemies and you know, heal up a little bit over time. It's just another interesting way.
Thing about that sprout one, did you ever try throwing it?
I did, and it latched onto someone, and I assumed I started healing them. Which
exactly right. So you definitely want to be careful with that because I did that thinking, maybe I can just throw it off the stage, and then I end up healing my opponent.
It's a double-edged banana.
Exactly right. Another one of those ones. It is but there's definitely some really cool ones as well. There's another gun that works around a sort of similar framework to
the Rage Blaster.
Yes,
the Rage Blaster. The more percentage you have, the more damage you have, the more damage it does, and the more knockback. So if you're a really high percentage, you've just knocked someone off, you can really grief some people by picking up the Rage Blaster and just going and it's a lot of fun, and it can really annoy some people, I'm sure.
And there's also even that staff as well, where it does more damage the further you are away.
Yes, so the further you are away from someone. In fact, I actually managed to, when playing Spirit Board, I started with a staff as one of my perks, and I was up against Bayonetta, and I was able to actually just spawn, and it wasn't a particularly difficult spirit, so I just mashed the A button, just straight off. It must have taken about 5 seconds, that match. It was a good time had by all.
Oh yes, and I think that's also kind of worth calling out as well. That's another thing you can factor into your customization options. You know, spirits aren't just a case of adding like a speed buff or like a defense buff. You can also, if you have the right spirit, bear in mind you have to of course obtain it, but you can actually have it so you start with certain items. So, I did play a spirit match where I actually started with one of the new swords, which is, for people that like to play those item matches, again, bear in mind this is all optional. If you want to have your traditional matches, no items, that's fine. But if you want to play with those, then you can definitely have a lot more customization. So, plenty of stuff to look forward to, plenty of options. Again, if you guys have missed any of the previous videos, don't forget to check them out because it gives you guys a good look as to some of the stuff. Bear in mind, some of the stuff. There is so much stuff to do and we've barely started to scratch the surface, but it will give you guys an idea as to, characters, stages, options, what you can do as a solo player, what you can do online. So yes, definitely check those out, but more importantly, you also want to make sure you get involved in Smash Battles Live.
Oh yes, and that is extremely close now, isn't it?
It is.
Smash Battles Live is the live stream at the end of all this Gubbins, and we want you to join us at that live stream, of course. You can join up, or at least enter the competition, because it is a competition. You couldn't have everyone turning up, because it would be crowded.
It would.
And Alex doesn't like crowds.
I don't.
But all you need to do is go to smashbattleslive.com, sign up there, follow everything that it tells you to do, and you could be in with a chance to join us, and there are some prizes.
There are.
There are some prizes. All 4 people that we select, it is random, so don't think that you can, slip us a 5 or anything like that. We don't know who we're selecting, it's all done randomly, but if you do end up turning up and being one of the few selected, you will be walking away, no matter where you come in the tournament, with a limited edition version of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Nice.
Oh yes, oh my goodness. But if you happen to win, if you are the lucky person, it is a doubles tournament, by the way, so you'll be joining one of us. You will be walking away with a limited edition Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Nintendo Switch.
Exactly. Definitely a super awesome prize. And of course, as part of Smash Battles Live, you can also go on the Nintendo Life Instagram account and vote for your favourite character, because of course these will factor into the tournament. So go over there, find a picture of young Link and hit that like button so you can vote for him, because he's my character.
He's been pushing the young Link agenda
I have no
constantly.
idea what you're talking about.
I do.
I mean, I don't know what you're on about. I'm perfectly, this is not a biased
Vote
option.
Ridley. Ridley for president.
But anyway, yeah, so go over there, vote for that, be sure to get involved. Of course, it is, the competition itself is UK only, but for those of you guys that are not in the UK, be sure to tune into the live stream. It's going to be a lot of fun. And of course, Smash Bros. Is out very soon as well, so can't wait to hear from you guys, see how you're getting on. But for the time being,
I just want to say before we sign off for the Smash Battle series, before we go into the live stream, eventually I do want to say that it is, I've played, we've talked very factually, but I am just absolutely loving the arse off Smash.
Yes.
Smash Ultimate. It really is just, it's so many different gaming franchises being mashed together in a beautiful and delicate manner, as one can with while smashing. And it's so entertaining, and it's the ultimate crossover.
It is,
isn't it?
It's just basically a great way to celebrate your favourite games, right?
Absolutely.
It's like, no matter what your favourite series is, you got a chance to jump in and just, settle all those debates. If you've got a debate with your friend, I've said this to all my friends, when Smash Brothers comes out, if ever there are any debates, any business decisions to be made, it's going to be settled in Smash. So,
settle it in Smash.
Exactly. And we will be doing that on the live stream. So hopefully we'll catch you guys there. For the time being, thank you very much for tuning in. And of course, thank you to Nintendo as well for very kindly sponsoring this series. And we'll see you guys very soon.
Bye-bye. Wave.